Okie dokie. I think we are recording. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day, weekday, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Hello, hello, hello. Come on, buddy. Let's go. We're out here on a little walkabout, little hike, see-poo with the boy, and thought I'd bring you along. For a minute there, I was like, oh, I'll just go and listen to like a podcast or something, and I was like, I'd rather chat your ear off. So we've got our boy with us. He is looking sparkly white in the sun, huh? Right? Apollo. He's got his sniffs on. Hello. Hi. Over here. Hi, baby. Hi, lover. Hi. Let's go. He got a bath yesterday. We'll get to it. But yeah, hold on just a second. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'll probably have to cut some of that out. Editing, Anthony, you know what to do. So yeah, come on. Stay on the trail, please. He as soon as the leash, he loses his slack. His first order of business is to walk in the grass, which I guess I don't mind, especially if he's trying to go potty or something. But it is wet here today on the trail. It's been raining quite a bit the past couple of nights, so lots of mud puddles, things for him to get messy in, and I'm trying to avoid that right now. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. Today is Thursday at the time of filming this, and I just thought I'd bring you along. I have been slacking on content creation. I filmed an unboxing and a vlog to go up this week, at least at the time of filming this week. And I filmed it, but I have been so distracted. Come on. I have not done any editing or posted them, so I don't even know if I'll have content up this week. If I have some time tonight, maybe I will. But I've just been super busy. My nights have been taken up this whole week, and so I just haven't had time to do any editing. So I'm still here, I'm still around, but I knew August was gonna be a lot for me, and so I had a feeling I wasn't gonna be able to get as much content done. So consider this my little summer break, I guess. So yeah, we're just out here bopping around. We're gonna hike a little bit, get the boy some exercise. I feel bad because I haven't really been doing super long walks with him. We've been just sticking around the neighborhood, and so it was time to do a multi-mile situation. But yeah, so I have to be cognizant of what I talked about in the last vlog that hasn't even gone up yet, because I'm like, did I talk about that? Did I not talk about that? But yeah. Okay. You're such a sweet boy. Let me close this. Okay, you want to go our normal route? There's some people and dogs up here. So yeah, this week has just been a blur. It feels like a total blur. Come on, buddy. I've just been working a lot, work's busy. And this weekend, starting tomorrow, once again, as I'm filming this, is our family reunion. So we've got people from all over the country and out of the country that have been trickling into town over the past week, I guess, week and a half. And so this week has been a lot of family dinners and meeting up with people that as they're coming in. So I've had dinner at various family members' houses every night this week. So that's kind of why I haven't really been able to film anything or get to editing. I get home, take Apollo for a night walk, and then go to bed, and then rinse and repeat. So that's kind of how my week's been going. We have some people in front of us and behind us. Hold on. Okay, sorry. There are a ton of people here today. The parking lot is fuller than I've ever seen it before. I had to park in like the overflow area. And so we may have lots of stops and starts, but there's a couple with 2 dogs, and the dogs were freaking out as Apollo passed by. What's kind of funny is like he doesn't bark at other dogs, and so he just looks at them like, what's your deal? And sometimes I feel like dog owners are like a little embarrassed that their dogs are having like a conniption, and he's just like la-di-da. He just stares at him like, okay. So, but it's good. He doesn't, the only time he barks is when we're playing and if the doorbell rings. And it's always one bark when the doorbell rings. Just one alert notification, and then he's quiet again. So, yeah, that's pretty much the only time that he will bark. So it's kind of nice. He's a very non-verbal, I guess that's not what I want to say. He doesn't, he's just a quiet dog for a husky. You know how they're like usually really talkative and like expressive. He doesn't really do that. Only when he's playing and when he's stretching, he'll make his howls and stuff. But otherwise, he's like pretty much silent, which is kind of cool. But anyway, so we had someone coming up behind us, but they stopped. I don't know if they were meeting that other group. I'm not sure. The couple with their dogs, they were dressed in like a dress, and then the guy had a button-up shirt and pants. I don't know if they're like taking engagement photos, and that might have been the photographer. I don't know. But anyway, what was I saying? Who knows? Who knows what I was saying? Come on, buddy. Yeah, they must have known her. I keep checking back to see if she needs to pass us, but come on, sweetheart. So yeah, we're just going on a little hike. Like I said, it's family reunion weekend. I'm gonna try to vlog at the reunion. So tomorrow is the first day, and that's at the park in town. And if you watched my Let's Tour my hometown video, you saw that park. It's connected to the library and the museum. So that's where I'll be tomorrow. There's just about 400 people that are gonna be there. And so it's gonna be a massive event. So I'll try to vlog as much as I can, take little snippets of everything. And then that's the evening one. It's more for the adults at the park. So they're gonna have like a food truck and music. My brother's gonna DJ. There might be a little karaoke action happening. And then on Saturday, it starts early. It starts at like 10. Come on, buddy. Come on. It starts at 10, and then food is served at noon, and it goes all the way to like 4 o'clock, I think. And then it's gonna take hours to tear that all down and clean it up. So my mom's spearheading it, and so I've volunteered to lend a hand wherever I can. But I'll try to get some clips in, photos, all of that stuff. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Yesterday, I went and had dinner with one of my cousins and one of my aunts and my cousin's kid. And so we had dinner. It was really nice. She cooked this delicious like fettuccine with bacon and broccoli and some lightly toasted or crisped up basil. And it was with Parmesan. It almost created like an Alfredo. Hold on. Rocking the shoe. Why did I wear my open toes? Why did I wear my sandals today? So it was so good. I was like, dang, Samantha, you kicked butt. It was so good. So we hung out and just chit-chatted for an hour or so after dinner, and then I came home. Oh, we've got another grouping. Hold on. Anyway, so yeah, went and had dinner. And then the night prior, I went up to Longmont, Colorado, and met up with a different aunt and her partner, and a different uncle and his wife, and my cousin from Hawaii, her husband, and their new baby. Oh, Apollo, come on. Please don't make me drag you this whole way. That's not going to be fun for either of us. Just keep moving forward. Come on, let's go. So yeah, lots of dinners. But anyway, so came back to the house last night, and my roommate was home. And the first thing I noticed when I come in the door, Apollo comes bounding up, and he looks like wet, like his back and side are wet. And I'm like, what happened to you? He's like, oh, he ran out in the alley and rolled in poop. And I was like, poop in the alley? And I was like, oh God, I think it was someone that does not have housing used the restroom in the alley behind our house, and he jumped the fence and rolled in it. It's like, that is not dog poop. He's like, oh, I cleaned him up. He reeked. He absolutely reeked. I was like, what did you do? Just pour a cup of water on him and call it good? I didn't get mad because I'm like, it's not his fault. But I'm just like, if you're gonna let him out and let him jump, not let him, but he really only jumps the fence if you don't keep an eye on him. So I'm like, okay, you let him out, you weren't paying attention to him. He jumped the fence, rolled in human poop, and then you kind of did a cursory wash. It was like, he needs to be like disinfected. So of course it's at night, it's raining, and so I have him out in the back patio in the dark. Well, I turned on the porch lights, but I'm out there just scrubbing him with gloves on. And I'm just like, I'm so tired from this week. I was so excited to get home and like maybe get a little bit of diamond painting done and just decompress. And I gave him a full bath and condition, and his hair's so thick that it takes forever for him to dry. So I used every towel in the house to dry him as the best I could. And when he gets a wash, he sheds like crazy, his little baby hairs. And so the house was just like a bomb of hair went off because he was shedding so bad. I was like, oh my gosh. But I will say that I got him this new dog shampoo. Hey, come on, please. Okay, I'm just gonna walk with him and pull him with my waist. I can't do this. Trying to like pull him with my arms, and he gets a whiff of something. I think they let the cows out here to graze, so I think there's lots of cow patties everywhere. And so he keeps stopping like every 20 feet and intently sniffing in an area, and I have to like drag him away. So I just have him around my waist. So if he gets in moods like this, I just let my body weight pull him rather than using my arms because it's less frustrating. So I got this new dog shampoo that's specifically for white coats. And so when I started applying it, I freaked out because it was like black. And so it's like this super deep purple color that's supposed to like help the white coats shine. And oh my gosh, he is like glowing. And then I also bought not only their conditioner, but they have a conditioning spray. And so I misted him with that on damp skin or damp hair. And you just brush that through, and oh my gosh, he feels like a little cotton ball, like the fluffiest of fluffy dogs. He's so soft. I couldn't stop petting him today when I got back from work because he was fully dry, and I just couldn't help it. I was just like cuddling him so hard. I was like, you're so soft. You're like a little fuzzy bunny. And so we cuddled, and then he was like, all right, enough. Let's go for a walk. So that brings us to where we are now. But yeah, it was just, it's fine. Things like that are gonna happen, but I was so ready to be like, just gonna go home, crack open a beer, diamond paint, put on an audiobook, and just kind of regroup before the reunion, and then cut to like an hour and a half later, and I'm just like frantically trying to dry him, and I'm soaked because he's been shaking the water off, and it's just like, oh my God. So yeah, it was quite the evening, but we're okay now. The other thing that sucks is he gets really skittish. He doesn't try to run away when I'm bathing him, but he clearly doesn't like it. And so after I let him loose, he doesn't want to come to me when I call him, and he just thinks that he's going to get like scrubbed or brushed again, and so he's like skittish for a few hours afterwards. So that was a bummer, but you're doing good now, huh? Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? Let's go. Thanks. So yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing good. So yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to meet up with my cousin, one of my cousins that's in town. We might actually come to this very hike. I tried to do something Colorado-y with her and her son. He's, oh my gosh, is he gonna be 10, 11? So I try to do something Colorado-y with them each time they come up from Phoenix, just so he can like have some outdoor time. But I think he's a total indoor kid. I think he's just like doing it to please me. But he does seem to have fun, I guess. And then we'll probably go into Golden and do a little lunch before the festivities really begin. Come over here. Good boy. Hi. Good boy. Good boy. Easy. You stay. Good boy. Okay. So yeah, I think tomorrow's the park day, the adult day, so it starts later. I think it starts at like 4 o'clock. So I was like, well, if we get up early, come do this hike, takes about an hour, and then go into Golden, do a little shopping, maybe grab some lunch, and then we can head into my hometown, Platteville, for the reunion. So I think that's gonna be the game plan. I still need to text her, confirm that that's still something that they want to do. Last time they came out, we went down to the creek and hung out, and then did a little walking around town, and I think we went rock climbing that time, which was really fun. Well, we went indoor climbing. So yeah. So I don't know what we'll get up to this time around. What do you think, bud? How are we gonna traverse this? Let's have you go this way. He still has his bandages on from him breaking his nail. He's got 2 more days. 2 more days of being bandaged up, and then his run of antibiotics will be done, so I'll take it off after that, so he can finally be free. I left him home today while I went into the office. Come on. And he did try to like gnaw at it. When I came in, he had a bunch of pieces of cotton in his crate. He didn't get to the nail, and he didn't take off the gauze, but he was able to pull out the cotton that I had underneath. So I rebandaged him before we came out here, and yeah, hopefully by Saturday he can lick it and stuff, and it will have been healed. So, because I know he's annoyed by it. I feel so bad because his little paw got shaved where they were around his dew claw, and so he's just it's growing back really quickly, which is good, but it's like significantly shorter than the rest of his hair. And I'm like, oh, you look like you've got a little bald spot, buddy. You're thinning. And he actually is thinning. I can see his skin through his fur right now. He's just been, because it's been getting so hot, he's getting into another bout of shedding pretty good. So I've been brushing him really well. And so he's just losing a lot of his undercoat. But that's okay. He's still soft boy and he'll get it back in the winter. So yeah, you're still a soft boy. Come on. But I'm trying not to get his paw wet or too muddy because he's still could potentially get some stuff in there. So I'm trying to avoid that. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me. Not a ton, just a lot of working and just trying to keep up with things. And like I said, it's just been a busy week with family stuff. So I just haven't really had time to do much else. But it's good. It's good to see everybody. And like I said, people are coming in from every which way. Mexico and all over the US. So it's nice. I'm sure I'm going to be stressed on Saturday, but we'll see. Scott's supposed to come with me. I have a pretty good feeling he's going to bail. There's like a 90% chance. I never asked him to come, but like a few months ago, I was talking about the reunion and we were just up late chatting and he's like, oh, can I go? It's like, yeah, absolutely. He's like, all right, sweet. So he's been like mentioning it here and there, like, oh, the reunion's going to be a blast, blah, blah, blah. Like he wants to just go and party with my family, I guess. And then I asked him yesterday, I was like, hey, are you still planning on coming? And he's like, ooh, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. When the realization of driving all the way up to northern Colorado to hang out with my family who you don't know, I could see that not being as, I'd love to have him. I think he would have a good time. My family's very welcoming, but I could also see from his point of view, like, maybe I said that out of excitement that I really don't want to go. So I was like, no pressure if you don't want to go. So he asked me today, what time is it? I was like, just say you don't want to go. Like, stop fishing for excuses not to go. Just say you don't feel like it or you don't want to. Like, I'm not holding you to it. So we'll see if he ends up actually going. But yeah, it's going to be me and just 400 of my closest relatives. Hang tight. Might come over here. His side. Good boy. Good boy. How's it going? Hey, easy. Come on. Come on. Come on, Jumpy. So yeah, it'll be fun. It's all being the Saturday day where kids and everyone will be there. We've got a bunch of Mexican food that's being catered, sandwiches, mariachi band, live music, a DJ. There's going to be a whole kids area that runs pretty much the entire day. So that's what I volunteered to do, is run the kids area for an hour. We're doing, my original plan was to bring a couple of snack size, like smaller diamond paintings, but from what I understand, my aunt has it all covered as far as the activities themselves. I just have to go and make sure the kids don't kill each other, you know? Hey, can I see your paw? I just want to take a little look-see poo. Okay, it's just dirt. I thought it was blood. I was freaking out. So yeah, it's all set up. I just have to go and keep an eye on it. And there's going to be two of us, me and one of my cousins, manning the kids area for an hour. So I'm like, I can handle an hour of kids, especially if I have someone there with me that I can commiserate with and be like, oh, why did I sign up for this? But it should be fine. I think they're doing like painting and I don't know, just odds and ends. Some kind of, I think they're doing like one of those spoon races and stuff, so should be fun. Oh, it's beautiful today. It's gorgeous. No rain this evening. That's a nice change, huh? That's a nice change. I don't even see big enough clouds for anything to develop, at least not west. Definitely east, but usually the storms move west to east, so I think we're in the clear. One second. His coat is literally like glistening, like it's very reflective today. So, but yeah, I brought him over to my aunt's house on Tuesday, and we went on a walk. I didn't bring him yesterday to my other aunt's house because I wasn't sure if she'd be cool with it. And then I got there and she's like, where do you have my baby? And I was like, what? She's like, where's Apollo? And I was like, oh, I didn't know if I should bring him or not. And she's like, what? And I was like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, well, you better have pictures at least. So I like showed her pictures from our last vlog hike. And she's like, oh my gosh. And she's like, I really wish they were allowing dogs at the reunion. And initially I thought they were because it's at a park tomorrow. So I was like, oh, it's at a public park. I'll bring Apollo. I'll just keep him on my waist because I'm not helping set up tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm just a guest. So I was like, I'll just keep him on my waist and hang out. And if he gets a little too rowdy, then I can walk him around town. Come on. I can walk him around town or, you know, keep him occupied. And I was like, it'd be cool for some of my cousins and family who've just seen pictures of him to see him in person. Well, it turns out no dogs allowed. My mom made that rule. I was like, Mom, what the heck? So I called her and I was like, hey, I totally thought that I could bring Apollo to the park tomorrow. And she's like, no, we're not letting anybody bring dogs. It'll just be too crazy. It's like, I understand. But I can't leave him crated 2 days in a row. He'll wig out on me. And granted, it doesn't start till 4, but I'll probably be there until 10 or 11, if not later, helping clean up. So I was like, and then the next day on Saturday, I have to be up over there around 6 a.m. to start getting everything ready. And it goes until 4, and we'll be there for a long day. So I was like, either I need to leave early on Friday, that way I can make up for keeping him locked up for so long so I can walk him and stuff. Or I guess I can work on seeing if, you know, especially if Scott ends up not going, if he'd be willing to go let the boy out throughout the day on Saturday. So I'll figure that out. But I was kind of bummed that I couldn't show off my child. Like, yeah, I'm single. I don't have any kids, no plans, but I have this baby. And he's cute. So we'll see. She's like, well, why don't you just take down his crate and bring it over to the house, set it up at the house. Then if people want to go see him, then you can let him hang out in the backyard. I was like, his crate is the largest one that the brand that I got from makes, and it doesn't even fit in my door. Like I can't, once it's installed, it doesn't fit through the door. So I have to completely disassemble it, load it up into the car, which it takes up the whole back seat. So Paula would have to sit in the front with me all the way up there, and then reconstruct it at her house, put him in it, deconstruct it, do it all in reverse. I'm like, ugh. So it's okay. My 2 cousins that I'm closest to will get to see him. My one cousin will see him tomorrow. So I think that's all that's necessary. I wanted them to see my boy because they're my 2 closest cousins. So, but yeah. So it's cool. One of my cousins, the one that lives in Honolulu, might be relocating to Colorado next year. So they were actually out just looking at different apartments in towns. Her in-laws they will also relocate to Colorado if they do. So they were looking at apartments. Her in-laws were looking at houses, so they just were driving around town, just kind of scoping things out, getting a lay of the land, because his parents have never lived in Colorado before, so she was kind of just showing them some different suburbs and stuff. So that was cool. I need to call her and see what they're up to tomorrow morning. I'm assuming they're going to help set up. I'm just not on the Friday setup team. I'm on the Saturday team. So they might be going, but it'd be cool to get everybody up to Golden, but it's a tight timeline. Most people just came out for the reunion, and we didn't have the foresight to plan like, okay, well, if you get in a day early, we'll do this and we'll do this and we'll do this. We just everyone's just kind of winging it. So yeah. What do you think, buddy? Is this some decent exercise for you? I'm getting some good steps in. Are you going to count your steps? You better count them. When I took him to the vet to get his nails clipped, he lost a little bit of weight. I don't know if I mentioned that on the last video. He lost a little bit of weight. He's definitely not eating as much as he used to. And right now, he's been really into eating like one big meal in the evening. He used to eat in the morning and at night, but now he just lets his food sit until about 8 o'clock, and then he chows it down and then starts licking the empty bowl till it gets up against the wall, and then he kind of bangs it up against the wall. And I'm like, oh, is that my cue that I need to give you more tonight? So he's been eating about 2.5 cups of food, plus all of his little mix-ins each evening. At first I thought he would get sick, like that's too much food in one sitting, but he seems fine, and that is the amount that's recommended on the package. But he's lost a little weight. I don't know if he's just getting lean. He's kind of getting out of his little tubby puppy phase. So I don't know if he's leaning out, but I'm gonna feed him a little bit more and probably just fatten him up with some more treats here and there. And yeah, because it wasn't, I think it was like 5 pounds. He lost like 5 pounds. And the last time he was there was a few months ago for his vaccine. So I was like, oh, a couple months ago. So I'm like, ooh, you lost a good chunk of weight there in like 2 months. So try to get him back. I don't know if it's just him eating. I'm not feeding him enough because now he's only eating once at night, and I'm scared to overfeed him in one sitting. So we'll just kind of give him treats throughout the day. What's funny is I can just put his food in a little bowl and just have it around, and I'll just grab a couple pieces of kibble. I'm like, here you go, catch, and he'll eat them like treats. So I'm like, maybe that's how I get some extra food in you, is just pretend they're treats, and if you catch them, he'll eat them. But if they're just sitting in his bowl throughout the day, he won't go eat until nighttime. So let's go, sweetheart. Oh, it's nice and cool. It's in the, I want to say high 70s, low 80s, but there's this really nice cool breeze because it rained recently. So it's just a nice cool breeze. I needed this. we need to do this every day. I need to stop being a bum and taking him for around the neighborhood walks, because this is so much more fulfilling and calming. And I find that I need that more and more as life goes on. Is just some little disconnects throughout the week, you know. So yeah, that's life stuff. You can see where the rain was coming down the path and it caught a bunch of like pine needles and stuff. So there's like these little dams of pine needles and like dirt from where the water was running down the path. It must have rained really good here, either earlier today or I'm not sure. Maybe it was last night. It was raining pretty good too. So yeah, as far as diamond painting stuff goes, nothing to report. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure as far as timing goes, this will have already happened, but Katie and I set a date for the grand prize live. So it's going to be a live stream over on her channel Sunday, which is, oh gosh, what is that? Tomorrow's Friday the 4th, so Saturday, so the 6th of August, Sunday. We're gonna do it at, I believe, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Like I said, it most likely will have already happened unless I get a wild hair and decide to post 2 vlogs back to back. I may do that, who knows. But if it is not yet Sunday the 6th, then you should set your calendars. If it's past that, go watch the replay over on Katie's channel. So it's gonna be fun. She's doing her week 7 giveaway winners. I'm doing my week 8, and then we're gonna finish with the grand prize winners. I'm super excited. Should be a lot of fun. We have a lot of cool stuff. We haven't even announced what the grand prizes are. So I hope it excites people or surprises people, because there's some pretty hefty prize packs. So yeah, I was talking to her about it yesterday. I was like, I've never really participated in events for prizes. This seems like these are some good prizes. She's like, well, that's why they're called grand prizes. I'm like, I know, but it's still even still, it's a lot of stuff. Like, we're gonna have some very happy winners. So, and then I met with, when was that? Oh gosh, I don't even remember. Was that Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. Oh yeah, it must have been. Tuesday after I got done with dinner? I don't know. The days are all just blurring together at this point. So one of the days this week I met with oh, sorry about that, battery died. But yeah, the winner, or the viewer, subscriber, they know who they are. Hi, thank you so much again. It was so great to meet you in person. But yeah, we met here in the Denver area, and she offered up a diamond painting for the grand prize. It's a woman in gold. So I think I'm going to take a peek at it just to make sure. It's all sealed up, so I'm sure it's fine, but I just want to make sure, drills and everything are in there, all that stuff. I would hate to, no fault of hers, but if like the manufacturer made a mistake or something and we send a kit and it's like, it's missing half the drills, or I don't know. So I'm just going to take a little peek-see-poo just to make sure. I want to make sure that we're sending out complete gifts. So yeah, she threw an extra diamond painting into the pot, which is awesome. So we're going to have even cooler prize packs. So yeah, we've got that, but it was so great meeting her. We met in front of like an Ulta. I was like, well, I'll make an errand out of it, because there's a couple things that I wanted to look at or snag. Let's step over here and take a little peek, as we do. This isn't our normal stopping place, but it's as good as any. What do you think, bud? Oh, it's beautiful. Watch out, that's barbed wire. You don't want to get caught in that. Oh, gosh. Exhale. Oh, this is nice. Good job, buddy. You're doing great today. Thank you. Thank you. I need to give you extra treats because he's been, I have to give him his antibiotics. Anyway, sorry, I'll get back to you. Let me finish that story. So yeah, we met in front of Ulta, and it was just nice. It's so nice to like meet a subscriber in person. That was so cool. I'd love, love, love to do a Denver area diamond painting kind of meetup. I think I need to actually sit down and put that together. I also need to reach out and see if I'm allowed to post that on some Facebook groups. Be like, hey, I'm Anthony, single and placing. I was thinking we could, meet somewhere in the Denver metro area just to do like a day of crafting and diamond painting, or listen to music, or I can bring a laptop or something and we can stream a show, just binge watch a couple episodes and just chit chat. I was thinking I could probably contact some community centers and see if they have a room available that I could either rent, or if it's free to use for a few hours, and just be like, hey, we're all meeting at the, XYZ community center or rec center from X time to X time, if you can make it, I'll be there. I'll have my whip with me, and maybe have a little gifties for some folks or something. I did it before with skincare. I did skincare meetups in the Denver metro area. We did, I think, 3 total, and then COVID. But I think we did 3, and I think the most we had at one time was, I think there was like 11 of us, maybe a dozen of us, and that's how I met one of my friends. I started climbing with her, and then I introduced her to one of my other friends, and now they are together and they bought a house together. So it ended up being a little matchmaking situation through a skincare meetup. But yeah, I had just posted on a Korean beauty skincare Facebook group that I was going to do a Denver area meetup for anybody that wanted to come, and yeah, it was a pretty good turnout. So I think it'd be cool, like not a retreat by any means, but just for folks that maybe want some company on a Saturday or Sunday or something like that, just meet at a little community center. Or I was thinking like, coffee shop, but like, where are you gonna put your whips and stuff? So like, we would need tables and the accoutrement. So yeah, do something like that and just make a little afternoon out of it. I think that'd be fun. Bring some snacks. So let me know what you think. If you're a Denver area viewer, I know I've got a handful of you out there, and that sounds like something you'd be of interest. I think I've already said this too, but let me know. Let's make this official. Let me know in the comments of this vlog, if you're watching it, if that's something that you'd raise your hand for. And if so, I will work on coordinating that, try to get that done soon. So it'd be cool to also meet up with some other content creators at some point. I'm always jealous of like Katie and Jade and Christiane all live in like Southern California area. And so they get the opportunity to meet up quite frequently. And then I think Miranda, Diamond Painting with the Besties, made it down there one time to meet up with Katie. And I think Lindsay has also met up with Katie at some point. So I'd love to do that. Maybe next year when I'm over, like I need a break from the snow, I'll just get Apollo a dog sitter and go over and bug Katie. Ask her, where's your stash? I gotta see that stash. Where's those pens? But I also really want to go to Disney too, so I'd like to loop in both of those. I was trying to get that done this summer, but just money-wise and time-wise, it just never ended up sussing out that way. So, but it would be nice. It'd be really nice to meet some local folks in diamond paint, and also some content creators. That'd be kind of cool. So, but as far as diamond painting, yeah, we've got our finale live scheduled and set. I feel like I hear. Hold on. I had my headphones on. I thought I was hearing something. I don't know if my phone was playing or if I really am hearing something. What do you think, bud? Am I just hearing things? So yeah, we've got that going. Still need to connect with Sophie and Hannah on the cross-stitch conversion event. So we'll probably do that. I don't know. I'll have to message them tonight. I'll try to message them tonight and see what we can do there. Get that all squared away for October. And that's kind of it for event stuff. I don't really have anything else planned. As far as whips go, the only thing that's been touched is Senorita. I'm like 3 colors away from getting the next column done, but I just haven't had too much time to finish it. I stayed up late one night this week and got that far. I have probably maybe like 100, 200 drills left on the section. But I was like, I can't go on. And so it's just sat there staring at me every morning when I get ready. I'm like, oh, you're minutes away from having that column done. But I was like, I just haven't had the time. Excuse me. That was a lot of grass. Do you remember what happened last weekend when you ate all that grass? You threw up. That wasn't fun for anybody. That was after our last vlog when we went on that hike up near Red Feather Lakes. He's laying in the back seat. We almost got home. We were minutes from the house, like literally 2 turns, and we would have been on our way there. He sits up and starts going, what? And I was like, uh-oh, what the heck is that? And he puked in my back seat, a giant ball of grass, because he had been gnawing on grass the night before. We went to my buddy's house for a little fire, and he was eating their grass in the backyard all night, and I was trying to get him to stop, but my buddy's dog was out there eating grass too. I was just like, all right, well, if this is what you want to do on your Saturday night. He's never gotten sick off of it, but he went a little overboard, so he got sick in the car. So it's been a week. Been two weeks of bloody dog, pukey dog, rolling in human feces dog. It's just been a lot of cleaning up. But it's okay. You're worth it, I guess. You're worth it, I guess. I love you. I love you. Let me just move the microphone. I think my headphones were banging into it. So yeah, it's been that kind of week. But anyway, Senorita, here's where we usually stop. Here's our usual stop. Oh. Look at that. Let's see if I can get around this tree and show you the sun. Look at that sunset right in the valley there. Geez Louise, and it's so green because it has been raining. We've just been having a total Jurassic Park kind of year, just with all the moisture that we've been getting. And it's like just every day, pretty much every day we get a little shower storm. Almost slipped in mud. Little shower storm that rolls through, thunderstorm. And so it's not like it's raining all day, but we'll get it for like an hour and a half each day, kind of scattered showers, and it just keeps everything so lush. This is the longest it's been green in years. Like usually everything would be brown and crispy and dried out, like all these grasses would be all crisped up, but everything's just so dang lush this year, and it's beautiful. I hear people. I think there's a trail down the hill that people come up to meet us up here. So you can hear people, but you can't see them because they're like below us. Anyway, so Senorita, if I have some time tonight, I'll try to get that done, that column done, so I can update Instagram with that. And then I'm gonna say 70% done with that kit. I'm like, coming up on the top of her head now will be the next column that I do. So 70% done with that. And then I'm just gonna keep pushing through it. That's like my focus right now, is just to get Senorita done. I'm trying to avoid even pulling down Woman in Gold, because I just really want to have that Senorita finished. I think it's gonna be a gift for a friend. After all this time, I'm gonna give it away, but I think she'll really like it. I'm gonna go through and do the mica, the trick that Jade showed everyone of how to use powdered mica to fill in gapping, because there is a little bit of gapping and spacing in her skin tone. So I bought some mica powder and I have a paintbrush. So I'm just gonna go to town. I also have a toothbrush. I think she said a toothbrush. So I'm gonna go to town on it. I'll probably seal it as well. And then give that to my friend, hopefully by the end of August. That's the goal, is to finish it by the end of the month. I think I can do it. So I'm gonna work on that. And then I have Woman in Gold, which is my round drill project. Haven't felt as inclined to reach for my round. I'm not getting square burnout on Senorita. So I think I'm just gonna keep moving and grooving, and then transition to working on Woman in Gold slash my Darth Vader cross-stitch conversion. So I'd like to get those two done between now and the end of September, before the cross-stitch conversion event. And that'll just leave me with Moussenet Lobmoose as my only whip, which it will be for a long time. Once I finish all my other square whips, then I'll start picking at that, but I'm not inclined to jump into that one just yet. I also have my drills and chills kits kitted up, so I'll incorporate those when the time is right. And then I'll most likely be kitting up another cross stitch conversion. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to order some canvases from Jade because I don't have canvases for those projects. Crap. Okay, I've got to do that. I've got to put that on my list. So yeah, I'll get one of those kitted up and ready to go for cross stitch conversion 23. Most likely going to do my one from my Iterations Crafts kit, the Pharaoh Akhenaten. I think I'll probably do that one. Just to see how it turns out, because that's a custom cross stitch conversion. So I got help creating that pattern from an image. So that'll be the first time I've ever worked on a custom image, no pre-purchased pattern. I made it myself, well, with help from Francesca, but yeah, made that pattern myself. Okay, that's a lot of mud. That's a lot of mud. Let's not do that. There we go. When in doubt, just pick up your dog and carry them across mud. What do you think, big guy? We're getting there. We're getting there. We probably put a couple miles in already. Let's go take a look at our third and final stop that we usually stop at. Powerline Point. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Hi. You make me so happy. You know that? I don't care if you're covered in poop. I don't care. Well, I do care if you're bleeding, but I'm not going to let it freak me out or gross me out. Just got to make sure you're taken care of. Yeah. Just got to make sure you're... Oh, you're so soft. You're so soft. Look at this fur. Look at how white. You're sparkling. Okay. Come on, Glow Boy. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We got to use the waist. Let's go. So we might encounter a bunch of people. This is the main drag. And so this is usually where everyone starts to converge. Come on. Come on. So yeah, those are all just those 4 whips. Sunset Crossing, I mentioned on my last vlog, so I haven't posted that yet. So if you are interested in that, if you haven't already, let me know, because I'm trying to de-stash that. Just that one for now. So I'm not counting it as a whip or a kitted up. It's officially in ready to go mode. I should just box it up that way. Hey, Apollo, you can't walk backwards the entire time. There's a dog behind us and he's walking forward, but his head's turned back. He's not looking where he's going at all. So yeah, that's all I have. I do have obviously kitted up my, what's it called? My Drills and Chills kit and my mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop, which I do want to get to at least starting it this year. Okay, maybe we'll just wait for them to pass because you're not going to stop. Sorry. Okay, she wants to stop too. Okay, Apollo, I gotta just drag you forward. We just have to make it awkward. She doesn't want to come up to us, but I want her to pass. Because I'm literally just dragging him by my waist right now because he won't stop churning to look at that dog. This is fun. Come on, buddy, come on. Let's not make this last mile miserable. Come on, come on. Forward. No, let's go. So yeah, I'd like to get started on that mystery kit sooner than later because it is kitted up. So we'll see. I'm just thinking about like kind of game planning the rest of the year, and I'm like, okay, I want to try to get Woman in Gold, Senorita, Darth Vader, a Drills and Chills kit Probably just get one done. I think I mentioned in the last vlog that I had kitted up Witch's greenhouse and Warm Witch. I've only kitted up Witch's greenhouse. So want to get Witch's greenhouse done for drills and chills. Okay. Easy, buddy. He sees that dog off leash up ahead and he's like, what the heck? Why am I not up there? So yeah, Senorita, Woman in Gold, Darth Vader, my Drills and Chills kit. Then I'll also have my Pharaoh Akhenaten cross-stitch conversion. So that's 5 more kits by the end of the year. It seems obviously doable, but I don't want to overcommit. But ideally, in a perfect world, and keep in mind all of those, well, Woman in Gold is round, so I'll have a round kit, but that mystery kit's also a square, so I'm eventually going to want another round in the mix somewhere. So just an unknown round kit will also probably be making its way in there too. So yeah, just how practical is it going to be for me to dive into a big old mystery kit? I think it's 90 by 110 or 80 by 90. It's somewhere in the 90 to 110 range each direction. So not a small one by any means. So yeah, we'll see. I want to start it so bad because I want to see what the mystery kits look like. Who knows? I might get a wild hair and end up starting on it after Senorita just because. I'm curious to see what the mystery kits from Jade look like. So, and I haven't seen a lot of them done. So it'll be cool to feature that. Come on, buddy. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on in the diamond painting world. No purchases for me since the last time we talked. I have a couple things on my list, but nothing that I need to buy right now. I want to order them because I know for small shops, summer can be a little bit of a slump, but also it's a little bit of a slump for me right now, as far as like having money to throw around for kits. So I'm just playing it cool. I've got some things coming up that I want to make sure that I have, fun money for. So I'm keeping the purse strings tight. And I wish I didn't have to, because I'd love to make some purchases at some small shops because I know they all need it right now, but I just have to be responsible, or at least pretend to be responsible. So yeah, hold on. She's stopping to take pictures. Apollo, come here, buddy. Your paws are a little dirty. You are a little dirty, but you'll clean up nicely. He looks like he's got just flecks all over his legs because it's so white otherwise. We just gotta wait. It's okay. You already got on your butt. I think he met a friend, but he can't go play. If your paw was not jacked up, I'd let you go. That dog seems playful, but he would be soaked in mud. It would be an absolute mess. And I just worry about his little claw getting hit on a rock or getting caught on something. So I'm trying to think of what else, diamond painting wise. That's really about it. Just trying to get through the whips that I have and getting geared up for cross-stitch conversion while Summer with the Masters is just about done. Or it is done, I guess. Hey, what the heck? Apollo, are you popping off? Are you popping off? You're not going to get that dog. Don't even think about it. I gotta lift you up. Mud time. Okay. He looks so silly when I have to do that. Okay. So yeah, that's about everything. Oh, like I said, yeah, I'd love to make some purchases. Maybe later on in the month I'll reconsider. I have 2 more Garden of Earthly Delights panels that Jade was able to get done. I just need to order them. And then there's 2 more after that she said she's working on, but I mean, it's gonna take me to do all 5 of those pieces multiple years. So I really hope that I'm still interested in diamond painting that far from now, because I'm gonna have these kids. So yeah, it's gonna be a multi-year project to get all those done, but it'll look so good when it is finally done. So yeah, we'll see. I'm just playing it by ear, not trying to set any firm things, but mainly just really trying to get through the whips that I have on hand right now, as many as possible, just to get them off my plate, and then I'll start kitting more stuff up is kind of what I'd like to do. So yeah, that's going. Skincare stuff is going good. I'm sure there's like a few people that are like, enough about the skincare, but this is it. So hey, enough. Now he's deciding he wants to bite at the mud. Are you getting anxious because you want to go play? I'm sorry, baby. Not today, little broken toenail. Yeah, skincare stuff's going good. I am really happy with how getting back into my routine is finally I'm starting to see the benefits. Kind of resetting my skin and getting back to a skin condition that I'm a lot more happy with. And so I finally kind of turned that corner now where I'm like, ooh, things are looking good. So I'm very happy that I'm finally kind of back in the swing of things. And I've just been loving doing my routine. I've been spending a lot more time in the evening when I can, doing my full skincare routine. And even when I'm working from home now, and it's something that I used to do and I stopped doing it, even when I work from home now, on my lunch break, I'll rinse my face, do like a little mini AM routine, just a quick cleanse, some toner, and then I just slap on a sheet mask while I'm just responding to emails and stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to have that on while I have calls. But yeah, I'll just be doing some computer work with my sheet mask on. I even was extra saucy and did 2 of them. So I left one on for about half an hour and I was like, you know what? Let's go again. So I put on another one and my skin was just so glowy and plump. I have been trying to step up my skincare before the family reunion too, like extra. I just want to make sure I'm extra hydrated, looking all dewy and youthful. So I've been trying to gear up for that. So tonight I'll probably do a pretty intensive routine. Not exfoliating or nothing that would cause irritation, because I don't want a breakout, or I don't want stuff to come to the surface. So I'm not trying to over exfoliate or do any real big treatments. I'm just gonna like double sheet mask, a ton of toner, mist my face before bed, probably pack on a really nice creamy moisturizer to lock in everything overnight. And who knows? I have some devices. I'll probably do a separate video about this as far as devices go that I have in my routine. I'm very inconsistent about using them, but I do have them. I need to get back into it. But I have a LED therapy mask that I've never been really consistent with, but I do like using it. So we can talk all about that. I have from Foreo, I have their Luna, which is essentially a little silicone vibrating cleansing tool. So it's got these little silicone bristles. It's almost like the Claire Sonics, but not the harsh like toothbrush bristles. These are little silicone like nibs, and you just press the button and it vibrates, and it just helps to cleanse your skin a little bit more deeply. And then you can connect it to an app and flip it over on its flat side, and you can just put a bunch of serums on, and then that vibration is supposed to encourage the serums to absorb into the skin. Whether or not that works, I'm not sure. I only did it twice because I didn't like fussing with my phone to put a serum on, so I kind of stopped doing that. I guess I could just turn it on and flip it over and not worry about the phone part. I didn't even think about that till now. I've had that thing for like 2 years. That just crossed my mind. Like, you can just turn it on and not use your phone. Because the phone's like, it has a little video and it'll be like, okay, now swipe up from the left. Like, I guess once you learn how to do it, you don't need that. So I have that. Hold on. So I have that, and then I have this other tool from them. I don't even remember the name, but it looks kind of like Mickey Mouse's head. So the part that you hold is the larger face circle, and then it has these two balls that come off of either end, like these two nodes that come off like that. And when you put it on damp skin, it creates an electrical current that runs between the two things. So you're giving your face some electrical stimulation, and you can really feel it, or at least I can. It's not painful, but you can feel it, like a little bit of a contraction, and it helps to tighten up the muscles in like your jawline, your forehead, so it's supposed to help alleviate wrinkles and fine lines and just provide a lifting effect. It works. It works from like the first use. It's not major. Like, it's not like a huge difference. It's not like a mini facelift or anything like that. But especially my like double chin kind of jaw area looks slightly more defined after I use it. And especially my forehead wrinkles, they kind of simmer down, and it's temporary. It's not permanent. It lasts a few hours, but it's more about training those muscles to regain their kind of like firmness. So it's like supposed to help to work out your face, essentially. And it really works, but I haven't used it in so long. Once again, diamond painting. So maybe I'll try that tonight, because I'll just whack on a whole bunch of my current serum that I'm using. You have to make sure your skin's wet, otherwise it does zap you, essentially. So you have to have something like a conductivity gel. I used to be really into researching it, and a lot of people use like the gels that they use for like ultrasounds. They'll use that because it stays slippery for a really long time. But I've also heard people say that those aren't made to be used on your face, and you could be allergic to something or have a reaction. So I just use a serum that has like they're water-based, a bunch of hyaluronic acid, and if it starts to dry out as I'm working my face, it only takes about 3 minutes. But if my face does start to absorb that product, then I just put on another layer of serum and keep going. But maybe I'll start getting back into that tonight too. Just all these things that I have that I just kind of stopped using when I stopped obsessing over skincare. I have a lot of gua sha tools as well, which is like they make them out of different things, but I have jade ones, and you use those to help sculpt the face. I had a lot of good luck with those. They helped to, and I don't know if this is like proven, but this is just anecdotal. When I do a pretty intense gua sha massage, like I apply some good pressure to my skin as I'm doing it. You have to make sure you're doing it the proper way so you're not pulling on your skin awkwardly. But I go at my face pretty good, and it always brings up congestion. Like if I have blackheads or pimples that are about to come up to the surface, it really helps to bring those up and clear, like I'm able to get them cleared before they cause any scarring or anything like that. It just helps to like really get stuff moving in the skin and get stuff to turn over. And I felt like I had less neck tightness. I also clenched my jaw pretty bad, and I felt like it helped a little bit with that too. But once again, I just kind of lost interest at a certain point, so maybe I'll start trickling in some of those things here and there. I don't want to go full bore. I'm trying to ease myself back into it so I don't start to feel overwhelmed, but yeah, just getting that stuff done, or getting that kind of going. I'll be filming some more skincare videos probably next week, a morning routine video. I have more empties that I need to share, or finishes. It hasn't been a month since my last one, but I have plenty to share. So I'll just do it as I have a batch of stuff to share. So I can either throw the empty bottles away or give stuff away to friends. Because I used to save everything for a while there. I'd say for probably like the first year that I was doing skincare content creation, I would save everything, even if it was an empty. I would save all my bottles and boxes. That way, if I ever did a video in the future, I was like, oh, I had this favorite from 2 years ago, and I can actually show the bottle on camera rather than just talking about it. I would save everything, and I had IKEA bags, like the big IKEA blue bags, probably 3 of them, just full of empty and half full bottles and empty sheet mask packages, and it just became too much. So I decided to save stuff up for a month or till I can't take it anymore, do a video showing all my empties and everything, and then I gotta clear them out because I just can't amass that much just excess stuff. So I know a lot of skincare creators do that. They have like storage for all their stuff, but I do hit a breaking point. And right now I'm like kind of starting to buy a decent amount of skincare again. But my other focus is to get through what I have, so I have the room or the justification for getting new things. So right now I'm just kind of cranking through some of my older stash, which there's a lot. There's like, I think on my tracker I have like 100 something products or 200 something products that I still need to get to, but only a few more that expire in 2024. So I have time, and I have the ones that expire in 2024 highlighted. So those are the ones that I'm using next. So, but yeah, I started using a new body sunscreen. I finished with that vacation sunscreen yesterday. And so I started a new body sunscreen today, and it's an SPF 100. I was really worried it was going to be super duper greasy or like thick. And it's fairly, for being an SPF 100, which is like the highest protection that you can kind of get. They go up sometimes to 110, but 100 is usually the highest SPF. I've got so many rocks in my shoes right now, Paula. It's crazy. They're usually super heavy, super greasy, super smelly. But this one, it is, when you first put it on, and I can feel it. I can feel it on my skin right now, but it's not like it's just coming, you know what I mean? Like it's not just coming off on my hand or anything like that. Like it absorbs fairly well, especially after you have it on for about 15 minutes or so. But for that much protection, it's pretty good. It's from a brand called Bear Republic. I got it at Sierra Trading Post / TJ Maxx for like $6 for a whole bottle. So I may have to sneak back over to TJ Maxx at some point this summer and see if I can grab a couple more on the cheap, because it was a good deal and it feels good. I was really worried I was going to be like, oh, it's too heavy, but it's fairly decent. Oh, stay. So yeah, not too bad. My face sunscreen right now is from a brand called CosRX. That's a Korean sunscreen, and it has a fragrance that dissipates probably after about 5 minutes. The fragrance goes away. Hold on, let me get past this person. This will be our last story. We're almost to the car. Hold on. So yeah, I haven't really minded it too bad. It leaves an okay finish. It's a little heavy, slightly too heavy for me, but otherwise fine. Certainly usable, but it has that fragrance, and I do notice it. It's kind of like floral, a little powdery, almost a little manly too. Like it's just kind of got, it's got a pretty relatively strong scent, but like I said, it dissipates. Well, I realize how much I'm influenced by skincare influencers. I started getting back into watching, that's pretty much all I've been watching recently is skincare videos, just to get myself caught back up. And so there's a YouTuber, Sarah, and her channel is No BS Beauty. And she does videos every day, reviewing different products, talking about her favorites every day of the year. She's got a video up. And so I've just been cranking through them. And they're each like but anywhere from like 6 to 20 minutes long. It just depends. So they're very consumable. So I have been just binging her videos because I love her. And she's Minnesotan, and so I love myself a Minnesotan accent. It's my favorite. Oh, look at this, Apollo. How do you want to navigate? I think what we'll do is have you go up on the side here, and I'll carry you. Okay, there we go. Nice, dude. So she reviewed that product, and she's very sensitive to fragrances. Like certain scents will give her headaches or migraines. So she doesn't have to have, but she prefers things to have a mild fragrance or be fragrance free. So she'll try them, and she put it on and she was like, oh my God, the smell of this thing, holy moly. And she said it gave her a headache really bad after she put it on. And even putting it on her hands or on her arms, like even it wafting up, gave her a headache. And I'm not trying to say that I suddenly had phantom headaches, but now I put it on and I notice the scent a lot more. I'm like, oh, this is stinky. But I didn't feel like that halfway through using it. And now I'm just like, oh, should I stop using it? It's almost gone. I'll finish it tomorrow because we're going to be out in the sun all day. So I'll finish it tomorrow. But more recently now I've just been like, oh, you're a smelly sunscreen. And it's like, the only reason I feel that way is because Sarah felt that way. I'm so that guy. Like, I've been bookmarking so many different skincare shops that I completely forgot about, so I can start building carts in all of them. I've got a problem. Hold on. So yeah, I'm only building carts. I'm not making purchases. I'm just kind of gearing up for when I do decide to start buying more stuff. I just don't have the room to physically have the room, nor should I be buying that stuff right now. I have so much. But yeah, there's just so many new products and stuff that have come out in like the year or so that I've been out of the loop. And so I'm just like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. So the other thing I'm going to I mentioned it in the last vlog, but I am going to kick off my WordPress again. So you might start seeing that linked in video descriptions. So if you need skincare reviews or advice, or you've been thinking about a particular product and want to know my thoughts on it, you will soon have, you have access to all of it now, but you'll have new stuff coming here in the upcoming weeks. And yeah. Well, of course I could keep going for a whole nother lap, you know me, but we are done. I don't have my watch on today. I forgot it at home after I put on sunscreen. Whew. Hi, baby. Hi, big boy. What do you think? Is that fun? Oh, you're gonna get mud on me? Is that what I deserve? Is that what I deserve? I don't think so. So yeah, we're done. But I'll bring you along for family reunion 2023, and hopefully you enjoy that. And maybe we'll do a hike on Sunday because we don't have reunion stuff on Sunday. So maybe we'll do something fun on Sunday and either do like a super long vlog, or I will split them up into multiple episodes. But yeah, thank you so much for coming along. I always appreciate it. I always feel so much, it recharges me after I get done with these conversations. I'm in a better mood. I feel like I'm ready to take on the day, to take on the evening. So don't forget to like, subscribe, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing, and we'll see you next time. Oh, we'll see you next time. We'll see you next time, right? All right. Oh, can I have a kiss? Hey, I don't want the butt. I wanted the face. Oh my God. All right, bye.